Hello students, in this video we are going to study objective questions from chapter number 4, Inverse Trigonometric Equations. So this chapter, if you want to do the objective questions, you must be thorough with all the results. Lot of results there, properties there. So mainly you have to study the properties, then domain, range of these functions, then the graphs you go through, then some remarks and all given, right? So everything you go through, then you can answer the objective questions very easily. So before doing the objective questions, this is what you have to do. Go through all the results, try to understand all the concepts, then try to do the sums. You can answer all the questions. So in this video, I'm going to teach first 10 questions of chapter number 4. Okay, objective question. Now question number 1. See the first question. The value of sine inverse cos x. X lies between 0 to pi. So sine inverse cos x. That can be written as sine inverse. Cos x can be written as sine 90 minus x, right? Now sine inverse sine x, you can write it as this part, x itself, right? So that is pi by 2 minus x. So the option number 3, okay. So there won't be, it won't satisfy for negative values, so x must be positive. So they're given as a remark also, okay, 0 to pi, some range is given. So now the question number 2, sine inverse x plus sine inverse y equal to 2 pi by 3. Then cos inverse x plus cos inverse y. So please listen, I already said you learn all the properties. What are the properties? Sine inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. Like this you can write 3 results, right? Sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is pi by 2. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is pi by 2. Secant inverse x plus cosecant inverse x also pi by 2. So from this result, sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is pi by 2. You can write 2 results, right? Suppose if I want sine inverse x, I can write pi by 2 minus cos inverse x. If I want cos inverse x, I can write what? Pi by 2 minus sine inverse x. So just remember all these properties. Now look at this. Sine inverse x plus sine inverse x plus sine inverse y, they are given us 2 pi by 3. The question is cos inverse x plus cos inverse y. So we want to find cos inverse x plus cos inverse y. Remember, we know the values of sine inverse x and sine inverse y, right? So you change in terms of sine inverse. Cos inverse x can be written as pi by 2 minus sine inverse x. Plus same way, this cos inverse y can be written as pi by 2 minus sine inverse y. Now like terms you simplify, pi by 2 plus pi by 2, that is 2 times pi by 2, it is pi. Remaining 2 terms, minus is common, you take it out. So you are getting sine inverse x plus sine inverse y. That is pi minus, in the question they said, sine inverse x plus sine inverse y is 2 pi by 3. So pi minus 2 pi by 3. Take 3 as LCM, 3 pi minus 2 pi. So the answer is pi by 3. That is option number 2, right? Okay, now let's move on to the third question. See the properties I asked you to learn. One property, sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is pi by 2, like that, 3 results. Another important property, please listen here. Tan inverse 2 by 3. You can write it as cot inverse, that is you are taking reciprocal. Tan reciprocal is cot, right? So tan inverse 2 by 3, you can write cot inverse. Here also take reciprocal. Here you are taking reciprocal, you take reciprocal here also. 2 by 3 reciprocal, 3 by 2. So sine inverse x can be written as, if I use this property, take reciprocals. Sine reciprocal, cosecant. So cosecant inverse. X reciprocal, 1 by x. Hope you understood. Same way, cos inverse, 1 by 2. You can write it as, take reciprocal, cos reciprocal, secant, right? So you can write secant inverse, 1 by 2 reciprocal is what? 2. So hope you understood this property. So using this, you can do this sum very easily. Look at this. What is given here? Sine inverse 3 by 5 minus cos inverse 12 by 13 plus secant inverse 5 by 3 minus cosecant inverse 13 by 12. First and second I am writing as it is, sine and cos. Then other values I am going to change. So sine inverse 3 by 5 minus cos inverse 12 by 13 plus, take that reciprocal, that property we use, secant reciprocal cos. So write cos inverse 5 by 3 reciprocal 3 by 5 minus cosecant reciprocal is sine. So sine inverse you write 12 by 13. Hope you understood. Now you group these two, the 3 by 5s. So sine inverse 3 by 5 plus cos inverse 3 by 5. Other two terms, minus is there. Take minus sign outside. Cos inverse 12 by 13 plus sine inverse 12 by 13. So this format, the two numbers must be same. X, 3 by 5, 3 by 5. Sine inverse plus cos inverse. Then your answer is what? Pi by 2. Minus here also 12 by 13, 12 by 13. Sine inverse 12 by 13 plus cos inverse 12 by 13, it is pi by 2. So pi by 2 minus pi by 2, the answer is 0. That is option number 3. Now let's move on to the question number 4. If sine inverse x, if sine inverse x equal to 2 sine inverse alpha. So please listen here. You know the domain of sine inverse x. Sine inverse x. Please try to understand this. Domain of sine inverse x is minus 1 to plus 1. Minus 1 to plus 1. What's the meaning of domain? The input. What values you can give for x. That only we call it as what? Domain. Apo x lies between minus 1 and plus 1. Don't think sine inverse x lies between. No. Domain means what values you can give for x. That's not domain. Okay. So domain of sine inverse x is minus 1 to plus 1. That means x lies between minus 1 and plus 1. Range is, that is the range means the value of this is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. That you can write like this. Sine inverse x lies between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So that is the meaning of domain and range. Domain means what values you can give. So that is domain. Range means the outcome, the value, right? Sine inverse x, so the value lies between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So domain of sine inverse x is minus 1 to plus 1. That means x takes the values minus 1 to plus 1. And the range of sine inverse x is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Okay, now listen carefully. Sine inverse x. So you know the domain of sine inverse x. Minus 1 to plus 1. The value of sine inverse x lies between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. But in this question they said sine inverse x is same as 2 sine inverse alpha. So instead of sine inverse x you write 2 sine inverse alpha. Other two write as it is minus pi by 2 less than or equal to, here less than or equal to pi by 2. Actually here it is sine inverse x, but in the question they said sine inverse x is equal to what? 2 sine inverse alpha. See the options. Alpha, modulus alpha, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, lies inside or lies outside. Okay, please listen here. So our aim is to make this as alpha. So from here I want only alpha should be there, right? So we do step by step. First we don't want this 2 here. So what we have to do? Divide every term by 2. It is an inequality, so remember when the inequality reverses. When you multiply by a negative number, multiply or divide by a negative number, the inequality reverses. When you take reciprocal also, the inequality reverses. Other cases it won't, there won't be any change. So here we are dividing by 2. We are dividing by a positive number. So no change in the order, right? So dividing by 2, you are getting minus pi by 4, less than or equal to, the 2 cancel. So sine inverse alpha less than or equal to pi by 4. Now, I want only alpha. The sine inverse we don't want. So, take sine. You know, sine of sine inverse, that get cancelled, right? So, take sine with every term. So, you are getting sine minus pi by 4, less than or equal to sine inverse alpha less than or equal to sine pi by 4. You know the values? Sine minus theta is minus sine theta, right? So sine minus theta is minus sine pi by 4. It is minus 1 by root 2 less than or equal to alpha less than or equal to 1 by root 2. So alpha lies between minus pi by 1 by root 2 to plus 1 by root 2 lies between, or you can say modulus alpha is less than or equal to 1 by root 2. So that is option number 1. Okay, now let's move on to question number 5. Look at this question. Sine inverse of cos x. Sine inverse of cos x is equal to pi by 2 minus x. This is actually one of the remarks given. Even in the first sum we use this. Sine inverse cos x is equal to, right? Pi by 2 minus x. So here the question is valid for. So valid for, see here, minus, first option you see minus pi to 0. So 0, minus 180 to 0. Second one 0 to 180, all positive values. Third one minus 90 to plus 90. Next minus 45 to 3 pi by 4, right? So 135. So in all these cases, negative numbers are there, right? But negative value won't satisfy here. For example, suppose I substitute say minus 30, minus pi by 6, minus 30 kudukurom, minus 30. What is cos minus theta? Cos theta. If I give minus 30, cos minus 30, cos 30, right? What is cos 30? Root 3 by 2. So this will become root 3 by 2. Then sine inverse root 3 by 2. Your answer is 60 degree, correct? Right side you substitute the same value, minus 30 you are giving. This is 90 minus 30. Minus become plus. So 90 plus 30 it is 120. So they are not equal, right? So negative values won't satisfy this. So it is valid only for positive values. That too it is what? 0 to pi. You remember the answer also? So that's the reason I said you learn all the results. Learn all the remarks also. This they given as a remark. So don't leave anything. If you want to score full mark, not only this question. If you learn everything, then you can answer any question, any created question you can answer very easily. Okay, now let's move on to question number 6. Sine inverse x plus sine inverse y plus sine inverse z equal to 3 pi by 2. They asked to find some expression. Whatever it is, we need the values of x, y, z. Once you know the values of x, y, z, then just substitute, right? Also by seeing the power, 2017, 2018 and all. So numbers won't be very big numbers. It may be either 0, 1, minus 1. Then only you can do the calculation. See the options also 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So easily you can do. Here the values. See, 3 pi by 2. When I put x equal to 1, y equal to 1, z equal to 1, check whether the equation satisfies or not. X if I give 1, sine inverse 1. What is sine inverse 1? Sine which angle is 1? 90. So pi by 2. Sine inverse 1, y also. So 90 plus pi by 2 plus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. The answer is what? 3 pi by 2 satisfies. So these values can be taken. X equal to 1, y equal to 1 and z equal to 1. So now when you substitute in that expression, 1 raised to any number is 1 only, right? So you are getting first value 1 raised to 2017, 1 plus second value 1 plus third value 1 minus 9 by 1 plus 1 plus 1. If it is minus 1, then you see the power. If it is odd number, you have to put minus 1. If it is even, plus. But here 1 raised to any number, it is 1 only, right? So you are getting 3 minus 9 by 3. Cancel, that is 3. So 3 minus 3, your answer is 0. So that is option number 1. Now let's move on to question number 7. See what is given here. Cot inverse x. Cot inverse x is equal to 2 pi by 5. They asked to find the value of tan inverse x. Same property. Sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is pi by 2. Then I said if I want sine inverse x, pi by 2 minus cos inverse. Same thing here. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is pi by 2. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x equal to pi by 2. The question is tan inverse x. So we want tan inverse x it is pi by 2 minus cot inverse x. That is pi by 2 minus cot inverse x is 2 pi by 5. Take LCM 10. So 5 pi minus 4 pi. So our answer is pi by 10. That is option number 3. Now question number 8. The domain of the function defined by f of x equal to sine inverse root of x minus 1. Please listen, you know the domain of sine inverse x is minus 1 to plus 1. That is that x lies between minus 1 and plus 1. Here instead of x we have root of x minus 1. So root of x minus 1 must lie between minus 1 and plus 1. But we want to find x from here. So for that what you do? You have to square it. When you square, so the negatives become positive, right? Here the root cancel. So you are getting x minus 1. When you square, it is 1 only. So please listen here. Minus 1 to plus 1, here 0. So 1 you square, you are getting 1 only. All of the numbers positive. Even you square these numbers, your answers will be positive, right? So when you square, the negative numbers won't come. So it starts only from what? 0. Okay, this step you have to be very careful. Now I want only x. So I want to make this as x. So we don't want that minus 1. For that, just adding 1. With every term add 1, you are getting 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1 plus 1. It is what? 2. So the closed interval 1 comma 2. See the options. Closed interval 1 comma 2. That is question number 8. Now question number 9. Very simple question. X value given. X is equal to 1 by 5. They asked to find cos inverse x plus 2 sine inverse x. 2x can be written as x plus x. So 2 sine inverse x, you can write it as sine inverse x plus sine inverse x. Can you write like this? What's the reason? We know this part. Cos inverse x plus sine inverse x is what? Pi by 2. So you are getting cos pi by 2 plus sine inverse x. Now this is of the type cos, this is 90. Cos 90 plus theta. Cos 90 plus theta. See, 90 plus theta, second quadrant. Only sign is positive. So minus cos co-ratio 19:1. So co-ratio sine theta. So cos 90 plus theta is minus sine theta. So what you write here? Minus sine theta. Instead of theta, what do you have? Sine inverse x. So that is minus sine inverse. Sine inverse x is what? X. So your answer is minus x. X value given. X value 1 by 5 they said. So our answer is minus 1 by 5. That is option number 4. Now let's move on to question number 10. Again property. Next set of properties you have to study. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. What is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y? Tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. Like that another property, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy. This become minus and this become what? Plus. Okay, here tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Instead of x we have 1 by 4, for y 2 by 9. So your answer is tan inverse x 1 by 4 plus y 2 by 9 by 1 minus x into y 1 by 4 into 2 by 9. Now just simple calculation, tan inverse. Numerator you take LCM 36, so 9 into 1, 9 plus 4 2s are 8. Denominator also 36 LCM, 36 into 1, 36 minus 1 into 2, 2. So 36 cancel, you are getting tan inverse 17 by 34. Simplify, tan inverse 1 by 2, correct? So 17 table you cancel. So tan inverse 1 by 2, that is option number 4. So all these questions are very simple. So my dear students, only thing you learn all the properties, results. So the remaining 10 questions will continue in the next video.